Hello my amazing and beautiful viewers. Thank you so much for tuning in once again. Your support, your comments, and your love have been the heartbeat of this channel. Whether you've been here since our very first video or you're just discovering us now, thank you deeply. You make everything possible, and today, I promise you something captivating and emotional. We're diving into one of the most talked about questions that's been echoing across the internet and fan forums for months. Why haven't Dylan Wang and Bai Lu reunited? What's really stopping them? It's a question fans have been asking relentlessly. Ever since their on-screen chemistry lit up the screen and created waves of admiration across Asia and beyond, viewers have been hoping, waiting, even pleading for the two to come together again in another project. But silence, stillness, absence. And that's where the mystery starts. Because in a world where producers jump at the opportunity to cash in on a successful on-screen pairing, the fact that Dylan and Bai Lu haven't reunited yet isn't just surprising, it's suspicious. Let's rewind just a bit. Dylan Wang, the charismatic and electrifying actor who first took the world by storm with his breakout role in Meteor Garden, has become a name that's impossible to ignore. With his sharp features, piercing eyes, and that unexplainable charm, Dylan doesn't just play a character, he becomes him. Opposite him, Bai Lu, with her graceful beauty, strong acting chops, and the rare ability to bring softness and strength into one frame, has captured hearts everywhere. When the two starred together, what fans saw wasn't just good acting, it was magic. It was synergy. It was something almost too real. From behind-the-scenes clips, candid interviews, and subtle glances during press tours, many fans couldn't help but feel that the line between fiction and reality was blurring. Were they just professional? Were they just close friends? Or was there something else that neither of them could say out loud? The ambiguity only deepened the intrigue. But then came the pause. No updates. No new collaborations. No whispers of a reunion. What happened? Sources close to the industry have hinted at multiple angles. Some say it's all politics. In the entertainment industry, especially in China, actors are sometimes controlled by complex contracts, shifting agency interests, and carefully curated images. Pairing two stars again may not always be about popularity or fan demand. Sometimes, it's about timing, business strategy, or even internal rivalry. Dylan is represented by an agency that is deeply invested in shaping his brand in a particular direction. Strong, masculine, leading man roles with an international flair. Bai Lu, on the other hand, has been carefully crafting a profile that balances elegance, emotional depth, and versatility. Producers, insiders claim, might hesitate to reunite the duo not because they doubt their chemistry, but because they fear it might overshadow their individual growth. There's also talk about overlapping schedules. Dylan has been filming back-to-back dramas, rumored to be eyeing international collaborations. Bai Lu has been diving deep into complex roles that show off her dramatic range. Fitting the two into the same production calendar might sound simple, but in the entertainment world, it's like solving a Rubik's Cube blindfolded. Yet, others whisper of something more personal, something more hidden, an emotional thread that no one dares to touch. Some fans believe that the bond between Dylan and Bai Lu may have extended beyond the screen, but that something, somewhere, drove a wedge between them. A disagreement, a misunderstanding, or maybe, just maybe, the weight of public attention became too heavy. Because as beautiful as the spotlight can be, it also comes with shadows. Imagine being under constant scrutiny, where every glance is dissected, every word is analyzed, and every silence is louder than a scream. Some relationships, be they romantic, platonic, or professional, just can't survive that kind of pressure. There are moments when two people know they share something powerful, but they choose distance not because they don't care, but because they care too much. Another theory gaining traction among fan circles is that both Dylan and Bai Lu have become cautious. They've both experienced the highs and lows of media attention. Rumors, dating scandals, unverified reports, paparazzi madness, all of it takes a toll. Reuniting could trigger a fresh round of gossip, renewed invasions of privacy, and possibly even fabricated stories about secret romances or breakups. Maybe, just maybe, they're choosing peace over popularity for now. Let's also talk about the competitive nature of the entertainment industry. With new pairings constantly being pushed forward, there's immense pressure to always bring something fresh to the table. If Dylan and Bai Lu were to reunite, expectations would skyrocket. Viewers wouldn't just want a good drama, they'd want fireworks, intimacy, and something that transcends everything they've done before. And meeting that kind of expectation is daunting. Still, in every interview, every press appearance, when either of their names comes up, there's always a flicker. Dylan has praised Bai Lu for her dedication and sense of humor. Bai Lu has often smiled fondly when Dylan's name is mentioned. They don't shy away from speaking kindly of each other. And that, in itself, is telling. There's no bitterness. No cold distance. Just a calm, respectful warmth that hints at something deeper. Fans have even begun trending hashtags pleading with production houses to bring them back together. We don't need a new couple. We need the one that lit up our screens like no other, one comment read. And honestly, who could disagree? When you watch them act together, it doesn't feel like acting. It feels like life unfolding, raw and honest. Despite all this, both stars continue to soar individually. Dylan is expanding his reach, exploring edgier roles, and building a career that might soon transcend national borders. Bai Lu is blossoming into one of the most emotionally compelling actresses of her generation. Maybe their individual growth is part of the reason they haven't reunited yet, because they're still becoming, still evolving, still writing their own chapters before their stories intersect again. But don't lose hope. The entertainment industry is full of surprises. What seems impossible today can become reality tomorrow. And if there's one thing the world knows by now, it's this: Dylan Wang and Bai Lu together are not just a pairing, they're a phenomenon. Sometimes, the best things take time. Sometimes, reunions are all the more powerful when they happen after a long, aching wait. So maybe the real reason they haven't reunited yet is because the universe is waiting for the perfect moment. The kind of moment that makes hearts stop, screens light up, and memories rush back like waves. Maybe what's stopping them is simply fate, working quietly, slowly, and carefully, to make sure that when Dylan and Bai Lu come back together, it won't just be another drama. It will be history. To every one of you watching, thank you for being part of this journey. Thank you for your love, your patience, and your endless devotion to these stars. You are the reason stories like these matter. Keep the faith, keep the love alive, and who knows, maybe very soon, we'll all be watching that long-awaited reunion, smiling through tears, and saying, finally, they're back. Until then, stay curious, stay kind, and stay passionate. I'll be here with more stories, more truths, and more beautiful mysteries from the world you love so much. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and most importantly, thank you for being you.